setting the fires, and like these groups of citizens start beating them up and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those videos. Well, that's the thing is they said that the original fire in the Palisades started in somebody's backyard. So just imagine you're enjoying an LA evening and you're cooking some hot dogs and an ember pops out of your grill and you set the whole fucking world on fire. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Rest in peace too to everybody that they still haven't found. They're gonna be filing missing persons reports probably the next 6 months.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're still not out,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, they're still fighting.
We are live, folks.
We're live. Okay, let me.
We are live, and my name is now spelled M-K-I-E. Mickey. Okay, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
And we're recording.
That's it. You did it. My lungs don't like me.
Yeah, my allergies are a lot better this week than they were last week. Last week, I was snotting and sniffling and.
It's gross, man.
Let me mute that. I don't need to hear myself twice.
He's gross. He's gross.
All right.
Let's get through this thing real quick. Get the 12 o'clock thing out of the way. What you looking for?
It's my charging cord. I had to try to charge the thing. Try to find it.
Charge what thing?
I think my phone. Yeah, you guys.
There's that big white plug down there. Well, I'm saying it's got ports all over it if you want to use it. Hello, everybody. I sound like shit. We're gonna do a Friday, and then we'll cut it off for a couple minutes because I have to take a meeting at 12, and then we'll come back and we'll do the full thing. But thank you guys for being here.
We appreciate it greatly.
I don't give a crap. You can all be here for my call. I don't really care. All right, here we go, folks. Let's do this thing.
Fight all through the night, deep in the heart of Texas. The trailer park is nice and dark, deep in the heart of Texas. That drinks his brew and he spits his chew, deep in the heart of Texas. The TV blares, but no one cares, deep in the heart of Texas. Here we go.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to BWAA.
Welcome to BWAA.
I am Mike. He is.
And I'm still rusty.
Still rusty.
Haven't changed much.
I have to apologize to everybody out there. I sound like dog doo-doo. I've had this stuff up in my head, and now, of course, it's gone into my chest because twice a year I sound like this.
Yeah, it's...
So tomorrow's medicine day.
That time you gonna get medicine.
You got medicine tomorrow. I've got medicine tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah. I guess we get some type of
what's up, Artie?
Conclusion with my stomach, whatever that may be.
Awesome.
Hopefully, it's a medicine or something.
He's getting a new stomach.
Hopefully, it's just a pill I got to take, and we're good to go. Because I don't know, I'm kind of ready to be a human again,
be normal again. Yeah,
yeah. It's been since October, and
it's been a long time. Yeah,
good. End of October.
He can only eat marshmallows and twigs.
That's it. My teeth hurt. Chewing bark is not fun.
So we were talking about yesterday, and how this meeting thing that I'm doing. What's up, Rusty? This meeting thing that I'm doing at 12 is with some music folks out of Austin, and they could only take a meeting on Saturday or Sunday, which is weird.
Yeah, I mean, it happened. It was probably really busy in the week.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're a venue, so wouldn't they be busy on the weekends too?
It's not the Antone's people; it's the people that ran the event at Antone's.
Oh, I got you. I got you. It's not actual Antone's, but it's a third party.
Yesterday, I got up. We went and moved an entire art studio. And my wife.
Oh wow!
For a friend of hers.
Sounds exciting. You know,
it
I hate
sucks.
friends.
Everything's very heavy.
I hate people's friends.
So it was over at Cultivate, which is it's got 2 flights of stairs up to the
Oh,
top.
okay.
And so I had to carry everything down.
How's
2
that
flights
going
of
with
stairs.
Cultivate? Did they manage to get a rental agreement worked out? No,
no, it'll be closed as of the 15th.
they're just trying to kill art around here. Huh?
Well, I mean, you've already got like 3 art galleries around here.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you got to have the money back in your art gallery.
So she had this huge furniture up there, right?
Yeah.
And so what I did is I just turned it on its side and pushed it down the stairs and let it go bump, 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 bump.
That's a way to get it done. We've I've helped a few friends move over the years, and I've had a buddy that was just like, I really don't want any of this furniture. Let's just throw it out the window, and if it hits the ground and breaks, then I'll just throw that piece away and get a new one. I was like, well, let's do it, man. Hell yeah,
definitely done that. We had
should have recorded it. That was great.
We had like an 8-foot couch one time, and I lived on the 3rd floor. I probably told this story before, but lived on the 3rd floor of these apartments, and we just tied a rope around it and pushed it out the window.
Well, that's exciting.
It was hey, it worked. We were able to move the couch.
Hey, whatever works, right? Whatever works.
Okay, guys. We are doing our Friday, and
we're knocking out Friday first live, guys. People that are live.
This Friday is about it's an article from Cracked again. This is from January 11th of this year.
Isn't it isn't this the article about the tactical?
Nod says, I used to move furniture for a living. Breaking furniture on purpose was always fun. That's kind of awesome.
Hell yeah.
This is the one about Dale Gribble and his pocket sand. And there's a self-defense guy who says he's onto something.
Yeah, the tactical accuracy of pocket sand. All right. I like that.
So, all right. Let's see. The article is written by Carly Tennes, Tennes. I don't know how you say that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Is a can of pepper spray weighing down your handbag? Do your fingers ache from placing your house keys between your knuckles? Is your voice hoarse from yelling, "That's my purse, and I don't know you," while kicking would-be assailants in the nuts? Fortunately for you and for Bobby Hill, there may be another way to stay safe from attackers, bullies, and angry dudes at the bus station attempting to stop you from stealing their briefcases. Pocket sand.
Pocket sand. Yeah, we were sent some pocket sand by Jordan. Jordan sent us pocket sand and some what are they called? Marshmallows?
Squishmallows.
Squishmallows.
Squishmallows. Yeah. Let me bring this screen up here real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Shisha.
Yeah, a bunch of shishas. Let's see what we got here. There we are. Okay, so and the only reason I'm doing that is because we've got a couple of videos to play. Disarmed Dale Gribble just might have been onto something with a grainy weapon of choice in King of the Hill's iconic Soldier of Misfortune episode, according to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and personal safety influencer Stephen Kesting.
Safety influencer. You know which safety influencer I laugh at the most?
Who's that?
That black guy from Chicago, where he teaches people like self-defense techniques, but it doesn't even, I mean, it's silly stuff like do this and slap somebody on the arm or something like that. You ever seen those videos?
Yeah. Okay, hang on one second. I got something going on here. Okay, let's see if this comes through.
Give me your purse now.
That's my purse. Don't be afraid to shout it. That's my purse.
This works.
Try it again.
There it is.
My purse. I don't know you.
That is my purse.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
That's iconic.
Come on, eat some dirt.
Kick him right in the
my
leg.
purse.
I mean, that's a great self-defense tactic,
Okay.
honestly. If you kick me in the bean,
Who's next?
I think it's funny how he continued to use "let go of my purse, I don't know you," even after he didn't have a purse.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Okay, so it says, and we're gonna get down to the jiu-jitsu guy here in just a second.
I never understood like why Hank wasn't okay with that. Like
with the pocket sand?
No, the kick in the
Bobby
nuts.
doing what he did.
Well, because a street fight, my dad always taught me that there's no such thing as a fair fight.
Yeah.
And you've got to do whatever it is to keep yourself safe.
That's it.
So like kicking him in the nuts, and like you would think that Hank has that same mentality, but he doesn't. Everything is fair. Everything has to be fair and equitable with Hank.
Not in a
so
street
you
fight.
got to take your licks if you're not able to hand the licks out, I guess.
Like I said, my cousin, when we would get into a fight of some kind with somebody else, not with each other, he would run up to the nearest car, break the antenna off, and come at them with it.
Start whipping.
I mean,
them with the antenna.
you talk about splitting your skin open at that point.
Yeah,
that was
I mean,
rough.
that would quickly
rough.
deter somebody from fighting for sure, getting whipped with an antenna.
Just go. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Hey, we're gonna get
Damn,
something
man.
from Artie here. He says the thing about Dale is that as much as he promotes himself as a mercenary killer for hire, his pocket sand is always used to run away. He threatens to fight, and he usually uses squirrel tactics, shisha, to flee. Yeah, he is. I think it's intelligent though. It's not a dumb way to fight. If you know you're going to lose a fight, the quickest way to get out of that fight is to blind the assailant.
Sure.
So if you blind the guy coming at you, you get out of there really quickly. It's just like throwing dirt in somebody's eye and then running away or something.
Yeah.
Sand, dirt, cup of water,
Just
hot oil, whatever you
deconstructed
got.
glass, throwing it right in their eye. All right, let's see this real quick.
Briefcase.
Oh, there he is.
What the hell are you doing?
Give it. There you go.
Pocket sand.
There it is.
Got him, man.
I just want to know who's rolling around in dirt enough to have a full pocket. He doesn't even have it in a little coin
No, it's
purse
just
or a
in his
little
pocket.
Ziploc.
So it's
He's
like,
just got sand just sitting in his pocket.
it's all in the washer. It's
Yeah,
messing
yeah,
up the gears, all that stuff. It says back in 2017, the self-defense tutorials host headed to YouTube with a video explaining how improvised weapons ranging from a paint roller to a discarded pillow to a fistful of gravel plucked fresh from an alleyway could serve as self-defense tools in a pinch. Despite Kesting, it's the name of this guy.
Oh, is that his name?
Yeah, his name is Kesting, admitting that a handful of gravel wasn't a great option when wielded like Gribble's pocket sand. It can actually aid in making a getaway so long as the miniature stones are adequately hurled at the attacker's ugly mug.
Ugly mug.
Artie
I
also
like that.
says usually you throw dirt in someone's eyes to blind them. You can get in a punch. The only one he's ever hit was Bill. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
let's
Bill's about
see
the only
what we
one
got
that is
here.
wuss enough. Is that politically
This
correct?
is the guy.
Wuss enough to hit.
This is Kesting. So let's see what he says about defending yourself.
So here's an
Testing
exercise
everyone.
that I want you to do a bunch of times today. If you're at home, I want you to look around you right now and figure out 3 or 4 things that you can use as an improvised weapon. As you walk around later in the day, I want you to look around and figure out what you can use as an improvised weapon on your daily journey. I'm standing right here.
That sounds like a Canadian way of fighting.
There's this. This is
So using
a
your hands, pick up a
roll for
traffic cone
painting.
and start beating
Obviously, if I club you with this, it's not going to
I'm
hurt.
sorry. I'm
But I
sorry.
might be able to use it to deflect something. I might be able to use it to distract you.
It's like your dad.
I might
whipping
be
your
able
ass
to
is
use it
gonna
to
hurt me,
block.
but it's gonna hurt
I can
you.
use it as a projectile, right? If I go here, you don't know if I'm going to hit you with
Is that
it.
a hoagie?
I
So
go
what
here
I'm
and then I
taking
tackle
from
you,
this is-
or I throw
Did
this
you
at you
the
and
Subway
then
sandwich?
come in.
I thought he just grabbed
So
a
that's
hoagie
an
from
example
his-
of an
Grab your
improvised
old
weapon,
meatball
even though it's not a very good improvised weapon. Clearly, I would prefer to use something else. Let's walk a bit further.
Either that or he
So-
put a piece of rebar in it.
So 2x4.
Look,
This is better.
on a brick.
That's beginning to hurt if I club you with it.
This guy.
If you're fighting in cluttered alleyways, but
Yeah.
Brick.
the
Now we're really talking.
That for is the guy who's having to film him.
What else do we have here?
Just follow him around and watch him pick up garbage.
he's probably
Okay.
embarrassed. He's probably one of the
We've got a pillow.
Here we go.
trap.
Useful for pillow
No
fight.
pillow.
But you know what? If you've got a knife
piss-filled
and I
pillow.
don't have anything
It's
else,
like a cushion.
I'd rather
for
have
the
this
raccoons or
between
something.
me and you.
Probably
got
covered in
this.
pots and pieces.
I can always
Yeah.
jettison this. I can
Yeah.
always throw it at you and run.
I want to pick up pillows.
I can always
too.
hope
Almost
to
make piss off
You're
the ground.
hitting me with a stick,
What's that like?
and I put it up like that.
Big
At
one.
least
Oh yeah.
hit the pillow first, and then hit my head. Let's go a bit further and
All right, so we get the
See what
general
else we
gist
find.
here. This guy is basically
This is
saying
actually
pick
quite
up
fun to
anything you want
react
and
to,
throw it
yeah.
at people.
We should start a reaction podcast. That's funny. I like that.
Says use that, throw it in somebody's face, then run. Explain the combat submission wrestling instructor. Use
Yeah.
that, throw it in somebody's face, kick them. Use that, throw it in somebody's face, get it in their eyes. Come right down the middle. He concluded, pantomiming a punch. It says that they weren't the only one to notice the parallels between Kesting's video and the classic King of the Hill episode. Beyond garnering a handful of comments reiterating Gribble's pocket sand catchphrase, one fan dropped by the animated series subreddit to share Kesting's endorsement of the DIY defense mechanism.
Hell yeah.
It
Piss
says-
pillow right in the mouth.
He says, piss pillow, go for it. Anybody who is in the Brazilian jiu-jitsu community probably knows that Stephen Kesting, or who he is. In this video about self-defense, he basically recommends pocket sand. So there you have it, folks. Dale Gribble, Rusty Shackelford knows his self-defense.
He does. That's another great tactic
cool
is
story.
if you strip down naked in a fight, that usually ends the fight too, because nobody wants to fight a naked person.
Sure, that'll do it. Yeah. No, nobody wants to fight a naked person.
Nobody. Two men aren't going to fight if one of them's naked. The other one will have to walk away at that point.
Dale,
I won't though. If you strip down naked and we're fighting, I'm still fighting you.
Dale has a lot of that kind of stuff though, that I think given time, it probably would. Already says puking helps
too. Or piss yourself. I'm pretty sure that'd get you out of a fight. There's another viral video of a guy at an MMA fight, and he stands up and he's like, "Twist his dick." He's just like screaming into the ring. He's like, "Whoa, man, this is an MMA fight." He's like, "Twist his dick."
Well, that's for the OnlyFans page.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is, like, Dale has a lot of stuff that he's done over the years that, honestly, if you look at it now, it's not as goofy as it was at the time, including pocket sand, including all the surveillance he did and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, it's very spot on.
Dale could be right about some of these things.
Oddly enough,
that's the problem with these conspiracy theories and stuff like that.
They're only conspiracy theories until they're true.
Well, they're only conspiracy theories until they're true. But also, I feel like everything comes from something, right?
What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
I've always loved
or which one have you like dived into the most in your life, I guess?
Loch Ness.
I've
always liked a lot. It's just something about being in the ocean. The one that I'm really interested in right now, though, are these orbs that come up and float. Right,
you're talking about like the New Jersey thing.
It's almost like the New Jersey thing, but these are just orbs, right? They're just these whitish kind of pulsating orbs. Now they may be pulsating because they're up in the sky. You know how it distorts things. But my neighbor sent me a video the other day and said, "Hey, I don't know if you saw this, but it was floating over your backyard the other day."
Oh, wow.
And it was one of those. It was one of those orbs floating, and it was, way up, and he was getting it and everything, and it was floating over everybody, but still. And then he sent me a thing from Reddit saying, here's the exact same thing, and it was in New Jersey. It was one of those.
Oh, wow.
And so that
probably somebody around the neighborhood flying a drone or something.
It freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But here's the thing about conspiracy theories. I think there's a sliver of truth in every one of them. Just like things we say about certain groups and things like that. It always comes from somewhere. It's not like somebody just makes these things up.
Yeah, no.
The Onion movie, I don't know if you've ever seen that, but there's a point in the Onion movie where it's little known stereotypes. And one of them, and they're making fun of black, white, Asian stereotypes and things like that. But one of them, they say, Puerto Ricans have giant nipples and can shoot lasers out of them.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
it's just this made up weird thing, and so, but you don't hear those. All the other ones, like, they come from somewhere.
Yeah,
my favorite started somewhere.
Yeah, my favorites are generally revolving like government stuff. Like, like my favorite one, like one of my favorite ones is the JFK thing.
Oh yeah,
and then and then most recently, like the Trump assassination attempt, like that Luigi Mangione guy. When he did what he did, we heard so much in the media about him. Like by 12 p.m. the next day after he did it, we knew his social media, we knew what books he liked to read. But with the guy that shot at Trump, it's just like
boom,
nothing. It's the same thing with the Las Vegas shooter that shot at Jason Aldean. It's like immediately. It's like a media shutout. So like anytime there's like a world event like that, like a big event, and then immediately like within less than 48 hours, that's like the news cycle stops. It makes me feel like conspiratorial. It like feels like there's some greater conspiracy behind it, because generally when there's big, large events, like I remember after 9/11, CNN was running Fox News, all the 24-hour news cycles. They ran that shit for 4 months.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
All day, every day. And I feel like an
same
assassination. Same thing with Waco. It was on for months too.
Yeah.
And I feel like an assassination attempt on a previous president that is coming into being president again, I
Yep.
feel like that would have been that was a large enough event where it should have been a 6-month news cycle kind of thing, or not even that long. But
sure.
it didn't even last like 2 weeks. So when stuff like that happens, I'll start feeling real conspiratorial. Like, ooh, what's the greater story behind what we're actually?
I'll tell you
being
this.
told?
Casey came over last night because we drove to Dallas and went to this place, this freaking cool ass. It's called Trinity Studios in Dallas.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just they make games and they make visual effects and they do
Like a company visit kind of thing. Go check it out.
Dude, no, it was this thing for independent gamers and stuff,
yeah.
and VFX artists and stuff. So it was like their winter get together. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so
I
they had
got you.
food and all that stuff, and it wasn't great food, but they had 9 kinds of meatballs, by the way.
9 kinds of meatballs.
Yeah.
That might
then
be
they
a
had
lot
the
better than you're letting on.
They had the little pork sausages, little smokies.
Yeah.
But on the tag in front of the thing, it said pork ? Sausage. I was like, I don't know if I want this or not.
Yeah, I'm not
But
sure.
anyway,
Yeah.
these guys, they have 3 of these giant studios in this building. I mean, a beautiful place. And they are floor to ceiling wrap around screens where they use Unreal Engine to build these worlds that they can then immerse you in. But whenever he came over, I was watching a video about all the alien stuff and all the conspiracies that are going on right now. If it's spaceships, if it's drones, if it's aliens coming up out of the water, whatever. Right now, it's these orbs, and they say they come up out of the water and then they fly around and watch over people, and they go back into the water.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so this guy was saying that the Earth is 70% water.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you wanted to hide from humans, where would you go?
Where would you
go in the water? So that made a little bit of sense to me.
If you go to Texas, Rusty Shackelford, Dallas does have great food,
Yeah,
but
they do.
honestly, the best food city is like flip a coin, Houston or Austin.
San Antonio's got some great food.
San Antonio has some great food.
San Antonio has some great
I feel like San Antonio's food is great, but it's a lot more like Hispanic food that's great there.
So,
if you want to go for like Asian cuisine and different types of variety of Asian food, I feel like Houston is the best because Houston has
lots of ports. So you've got a large mix of people.
Well, they've also got the largest Vietnamese population outside of Vietnam, I believe, too, and the largest like Thai population, because it's like a similar climate there as to what you would get. It was the closest you could get to
Well, it's
a
a climate,
Vietnamese
and
climate.
again, like I say, it's ports.
It's a port
people
city.
Can come in there. Yeah.
Germans too. There's a lot of Germans that came in through Galveston
Thanks,
to
Black.
Texas, because Texas
Appreciate it.
has a large German population.
Yeah.
And
Fredericksburg.
all of them came in not just West Fredericksburg, Czech, Polish. Bremont is actually hugely
Bremont's
Polish.
good. Yeah.
That's a hugely Polish town.
The place that I go to in Dallas a lot is Buddy and I. We go to a bunch of concerts in these little dive clubs and stuff, and we'll go to Deep Ellum, which is like basically the Austin section of Dallas. It's a
I know
little
what
weird,
you're talking
it's
about.
a little off. But there's a Gus's fried chicken there that
pretty good chicken.
Is the best chicken I've
it's
ever
pretty
had
good chicken
because they make it when you get there. It's not just sitting up in the thing waiting for you. They make it, so it takes a little longer. Super friggin' hot. You will burn your mouth every single time, but it is so good. And they validate parking. So we go there, we get our chicken, we leave the truck there, and we walk down to wherever we're going to go see a concert. It's a cool time.
There's a really good place if you like sushi, but the problem is I want to say that it's like almost a 6-month wait time to get on their menu. So if you get on their wait list, oh my gosh, what is it? Oh, it's called Tatsu Dallas. It's on Elm Street. It's over there in that same area you're talking about, kind of.
I used to go to Austin a lot, and now we just go to Deep Ellum for the most part. It's easier to get around in, and it seems like there's more stuff to do. Austin got very corporate, and so
Austin did get very corporate. Austin does have a lot of great food places. So Austin right now is in this middle of a great what do you call it?
Upheaval.
Well, upheaval, yeah, but I was gonna say they're what is the term I'm looking for?
While you're thinking about that, Black Ant says today, which we're recording this January 12th, says today King of the Hill aired for the first time 28 years ago.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
okay.
that's good to know. Thank you, Black Ant.
What
That's
is
good
it
stuff.
when you move into poor neighborhoods and
like gentrification?
Gentrification. It's
Yeah.
in the middle of a great gentrification, so there's a lot of good food all over the place. There's a lot of restaurants moving in and stuff like that.
We see a lot of that here too.
The best barbecue place, and I'm sure the reason why it doesn't get the accolades that it gets is because it's in a poor part of town. It's ran by an African American guy. I'm not saying Austin's racist. I'm just saying that not many people are driving to the hood to go get barbecue. Sure. They're going to eat at the Michelin star. Just because it's got a Michelin doesn't ever make it great. Sorry,
Michelin makes tires. I don't believe in that. By the way, guys, it's the same company.
It is the exact same company, and actually, the factoid behind that is Michelin wanted more people to drive on roads, so they created this little Michelin star thing for restaurants.
It was a little guide, right?
Yeah.
And it told you could drive from place to place to place on
these
Michelin
are the best,
tires.
And these are the best places to eat.
And then they would go into some of these places, and they saw that they would get these catalogs from them, and they were using them to prop up furniture, and nobody was taking them and all this stuff. So they switched it so that it was like real exclusive, and they would get these big reviews and play restaurants against each other and stuff.
Yeah.
But it came from the Michelin tire company.
It did. It definitely is the same people. So like just because it's got a Michelin star doesn't make it the best, but the best barbecue I've had in Austin is ran by a Vietnam War vet, and it's called Sam's Barbecue. It's on East 12th. Yeah. It's on East 12th in Austin, and it is the best barbecue I've had in Texas, outside of maybe Cooper's in Llano. Okay. Yeah. Cooper's in Llano is comparable. I feel like it was that good. But
that's right. Arthur says Michelin put out a AAA Zagat's type book.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
It was my wife's birthday this last week, and so we went to this new place here in town called Opal's Oysters.
Okay, was it good?
Right around the corner from Terry Black's Barbecue, which Terry Black's is very good. Yes, Opal's was it was the best steamed mussels I've ever had in my life.
I would say Terry Black's is good, but I'm not a big on Terry Black's. Now, if you go to what is it? I'm blanking on names today. It's a small town outside of Austin where Terry Black started.
You talking about Black's Barbecue?
Black's Barbecue. That's good.
There you go, baby. Right there.
Oh, you're wearing it. Yeah.
Wearing that hat.
I can't remember the name of the town though. I'm just blanking on names.
I can't remember what it is either. This is Black Sparrow Barbecue is what this is, and it was very good, and it's a cool little place to see shows too. Like you go in there and you feel like you're in somebody's living room.
Lockhart.
Stage in the middle of it. Yeah,
it's in Lockhart. That's where it's at in Lockhart. I don't know why I'm blanking so hard.
But the Opal's Oysters was very, very good. Cost us only about $200 to get out of there.
Yeah. The motto for Sam's Barbecue is you don't need no teeth to eat my beef.
Ooh.
So there you go.
There's also one here in Texas that I've been to a couple of times where you drive into it and then you get your tray outside where they put the meat on it, and then you go inside and get all your sides.
Yeah, that's Cooper's does that.
Is that Cooper's?
Cooper's, you line up with a tray.
Yeah.
And they've got more. See, Cooper's is kind of
says Durndal, McMainerberry when you were trying to guess this city.
Cooper's has other locations now too. So that first it was just the original location, which the original location is where you get the tray and you're outside and all that. Cool. So it's a better feel. But they have one in Bryan College Station. They have a Cooper's in Bryan College Station, and then they have another one somewhere else. But it's where they give you the tray, and they got all the pits
out.
It's
a cool experience.
And you point at what you want, and they pull it straight off the pit and slap it on your plate.
No, not from that side of the brisket. That side, they'll
cut it wherever you want it. Or I want that specific turkey leg.
Or I want
that specific.
And I also like the Brazilian steakhouses. Now,
yeah,
they're a little more
Brazilian
expensive,
good.
But
they're good. Brazilian beef is really
good.
Just
the fact that you put that little coaster down, you turn it red or green, whether you want more meat, and they'll just bring it to your table and just shave it right off the thing.
And that's another thing I like too is
started with pocket sand, ended with barbecue.
Yeah, some of those Japanese, I guess like steakhouse barbecue things, where they'll have the coals with the grate, and then
Yeah.
you just cook your meat for yourself at the table.
Well, I've
kind
always
of thing.
liked the ones too where you
I think
walk
that's
up,
Japanese.
where you
I'm not
walk
sure.
up and they just have the raw meat, and you pick your bowl and you put your protein in, and then you put your stuff in, and you just hand it to them. They cook it and they bring it back out to you.
Yeah, that's good too.
That's cool too.
Or going to Golden Corral and saying, "I'll take 2 of those medium rare steaks there," but
No Golden Corral, no thank you, no thank you. Okay, well that's all I got in me right this second, guys.
yeah, that's it for Friday.
Hey God, yes, green light, baby, says Rusty Shackelford,
Teppanyaki.
and Artie says teppanyaki.
I think
exactly
what
right.
that's-
Yep, you got it. That's the style.
That is the style.
You want to tell them where they
teppanyaki.
can find us?
You can find us at BWAAKOTH. That's on all social medias. I've got some new clips I'm going to start posting next week and get all that out there into the world.
LinkedIn.
And we do appreciate you guys for continuing to listen to me and him just ramble about barbecue.
You know, we haven't done this in a while, though, to just kind of go off on a tangent on things like
No,
this.
we
And
haven't.
So,
Hibachi. Teppanyaki
yeah, hibachi,
is his
definitely, yeah.
hibachi. That's also what it's called. Yeah.
I think what he's talking about, I think what Artie's talking about is the one where you pick up the meat and move through the line and all that stuff.
Yeah. If you're in Lubbock, Yamagata Japanese Steakhouse has 4.5 stars. They say
Yamagata.
it's a
God bless
reasonably place to eat.
All right, guys. Thank you again for being here. We appreciate everything you do and appreciate you being here. Today's kind of weird. Like I said, we're going to take a small break, got a meeting to attend, and then we'll come back and we'll do another episode. So if you're in the room, you can stick around if you want. If not, we'll we'll shoot up the King of the Hill signal whenever it's time to go back on. But for now, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. One thing left to say.
Oui, Matanye.
We Matanya, indeed. We'll see you. It's always this weird time where I have to find the button.
White trash fight all through the night, deep in the heart of Texas. The trailer park is nice and dark, deep in the heart of Texas. That drinks his brew and he spits his chew, deep in the heart of Texas. The TV blares, but no one cares, deep in the heart of Texas. Here we go!
Look at y'all winning, beating the freaking.
It was a good
Chargers. I didn't
defensive
watch any
game
of it.
too. It was an amazing defensive game. We have 4 interceptions,
Yeah.
1 for a touchdown. We had a blocked field goal. No, we're done with Friday.
We're in
I'm
the
just
middle,
I'm just hanging out
We
with
got
these
some people
guys
hanging
here.
on.
I'm hanging out with these guys until we start the episode.
I haven't. You want me to? So you can go ahead and do it? Okay. Give us 1 second, guys, and we'll start it back up.